Hello everybody, and welcome to a tutorial or help guide on how to complete this month's challenge mode. We haven't had challenge mode in a very long time, and it looks like it's been overhauled a little bit. I have already completed it in all three difficulties. We are fighting Washington and South Dakota, and the event's mechanic is they spawn in at different healths, and if one sister ship gets down to one stack of health first, she will become invincible for a few seconds, and then eventually recovering her health by a significant proportion. And the goal is to get their health around the same, so dealing a lot of damage to one sister ship while the other one doesn't take as much. So then they both end up around one stack at the same time, and then bursting them down until they both die at the exact same time. Now you can mess this up pretty easily, but you do have 10 minutes to complete this challenge. Took me 7 minutes and 17 seconds to fully clear it the first time around. So you do have a lot of time and a lot of wiggle room. Just know that it is pretty easy to mess it up. I'm going to go over some tips and tricks once I actually hit start. I don't think I'm going to actually play it to fruition. I'm not going to complete the entire event again, but I will show you how I leveled out their health. First things first, it's the ships I used. I used these 6 right here. For some reason, it's not letting me go and see her gear. There we go. I'm using Impeccable. This is her gear that I'm using. I am mainly using her because she has the airstrike chance of 100% to lower speed of all of our enemies. This is going to really help us out and isolate one of the sisters, so we do a lot of damage to her while not doing as much damage to the other ship. I'm not using the Rusi, I think? Yeah. I'm not using the Rusi because I like the armor break. The armor break allows the other 2 ships that are there for damage to do just a lot more damage. Next we are using, let's see if I can get this to a first try. I'm using Musashi. Again, with her gun, not her backup gun or anything like that. I'm using the Ultra one for as much damage as I possibly can on just one ship. She's here just for damage. There's nothing really too interesting about that. New Jersey, once again, she is here just for damage. And here is her equipment. And then our Vanguard. We are going with Anchorage, Shimkazi, and Jean d'Arc. Anchorage, here is her gear. Oh, I don't have an augment on her. There, now she has an augment. Apparently I didn't do that. I did this without an augment. That's always fun. Anyways, she's here to be tanky. That is her job. Her job is to survive and to eat as much damage as she possibly can. She has a smoke screen that increases evasion, which increases our survivability by quite a bit. I also do have the Beaver squad tag on her to increase speed, because you're going to want to be as mobile as possible. I'm using Shimakaze. Shimakaze is here for isolated damage, just like New Jersey and Musashi. She is an absolute beast whenever it comes to torpedo damage, and I will show you how to use her properly, both her all-out assault, and I highly recommend using the 76mm AA gun so then you can be shooting off the all-out assault as many times as possible and get just that many more torpedoes out on the field. And then, of course, we have Jean d'Arc. Jean d'Arc here is here for support. She has an ability called Holy Prayer, and it gives your Vanguard a shield that can absorb 6% of her HP. So I'm using two things two pieces of equipment that increase her HP a lot. And then using the Pearl because she is very not that tanky and will most likely die before your other two Vanguard ships. So this extra 10% health really helps. Now, the thing about her skill that makes it very good is if the shields take too much damage and break, their evasion rate goes up to 100% for 2 seconds. So pretty much, if you have the Holy Prayer shield and they shoot a bunch of torpedoes, like a boss shoots a bunch of torpedoes, and you run straight into them, you will take absolutely no damage because you will evade everything after the shield breaks for 2 seconds. It also gives a little bit of healing on the rare chance that the shield duration runs out instead of it being destroyed. She is here for survivability of mainly Shimikaze, because she is a destroyer, and also herself. If you're good at bullet games, or bullet hell games, like I am not, I'm really bad at these types of games, I highly recommend not using Saint Jean, that's what I named her, Jean d'Arc, and using a different support, like maybe Helena instead. Helena will allow you to do a lot more damage. I will show you my Helena build as well, just in case, although I think that my Helena build is just the generic one that almost everybody uses. Although I don't use her that much, Where is she? There she is. Yes, here's her build. It's really nothing that special. You just want to use her for this, but like I said, I suck at this game, so I'm using Jean d'Arc as a crutch to help me through my lack of evading skills. Alright, so let me go into the battle real quick. Oh yeah, I'm also using submarines, but you really don't have to worry too much about submarines. This mission is so long that they really don't come into play that well. They're literally just here for a little bit of extra damage in the beginning, and not that important. I could have gone over my cats as well, but cats are so random. Just use the best you have. Okay, as you saw, Washington spawned in first, so her bar is the top one, and then South Dakota is the bottom one. As you guys can see, their health is different by 40 stacks, which is quite significant. So I want to dump all of my torpedoes into this little square right down here that my ships are currently in, and just keep shooting my torpedoes off right there. I also don't want to use my barrages immediately. I want to isolate her. So she's coming around, isolate her, and then shoot her. Everything I have. And then the armor break hits, and then Mushi does a bunch of damage. And that's pretty much the cycle. You just want to keep doing that over and over and over again. The second you get... You want to isolate, and then shoot. The goal is to get South Dakota right out in front. So then the barrage focuses her instead of Washington. So you just want to hang out in this bottom corner here. You want to try and dodge as much as you can, but with South Dakota, it really doesn't, well, with South Dakota, with Gene d'Arc, it really doesn't matter all that much. You're going to be doing a lot of damage. You're going to be negating a lot of damage just with her. She's coming around again. Hit the button. And I have another one, so I'm actually just going to pop the second one as well. And then I will shoot her with Mushi. And the beauty is, if you mess up and damage the other ship, it's completely fine. Because you're still doing damage to one of the two bosses. It's just the fight might take a little bit longer than you originally thought. Because one of them might heal. If they do heal, it's not the end of the world. Just keep doing what you've been doing. Just focus Washington instead of South Dakota. Now, as you can see, I'm doing a really bad job. They're around the exact same health that they were in the beginning. Because I am doing really poorly right now. But I think I'll still be able to complete it. It's because of stuff like that. All those torpedoes wasted. Okay, I'm doing a little bit better now. So once they get within 10 of one another, as you can see, they're at 40 and 47 right now. You can kind of just do damage to both of them equally, although I would like them to get a little bit closer. You don't have to worry as much about it. So now just start shooting off your barrages whenever you have them, instead of focusing down one ship. But I am going to do one last barrage to Washington. And there goes all those wasted torpedoes. Not good. Oh wait, I'm shooting the wrong one. So yes, I now need to be doing damage to South Dakota, who is on the bottom. Okay, they're both fairly low now, so I'm going to save up all of my barrages and try not to do that much damage to them. I'm gonna still keep spamming my torpedoes though, and hopefully we'll get them both to round 7. I will freeze them both, and then we'll just kill them both. There we go. We now have a full barrage. I'm gonna wait until both of them get down to about 8 stacks of health. Oh, there goes G&T Arc. Completely fine though. Alright, I think that this is good enough. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to try and kill them both. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna wait just a little bit longer. Try and hit South Dakota with one more barrage. Alright, we're going. And there it is. Completed. All done. I think that was really close to my original time. I lagged a little bit at the ending. I'll show you guys the damage outputs. It's about what you would expect. Shimikaze and Musashi really coming in clutch there. Musashi is always going to outdamage pretty much everybody if you aren't missing your shots. And all things considered, not really too horrible if you have the right ships. I know that, pardon me, I know that there is another fleet out there that you can use that's all aircraft carriers, but I don't really like aircraft carriers. I like battleships, and that is the mechanic pretty much. You didn't get to see it because I killed them in one go, but they will recover their health 3 times, so 60%, 40%, and then 20% of their HP. If you have ships that are high enough damage, to have high enough damage output, I guess you could just auto play it and hope that you can kill them after they finish all the healings, but I don't think you have enough time for that. Anyways, once again, here's the fleet. I wish you guys luck. The things that you get from it is you get this banner, and you also get this banner right here. And then you also get a new chat bubble that's blue that says Gemini in it. I hope that this was helpful to at least one other person out there, and I wish you luck in finishing the extreme challenge.